Hi, Craig Sullivan here with Sullivan Financial Partners. Welcome back to the Confident Retirement Journey. Today, we're going to introduce you to Brad. Brad wrote into us and said he's 71 years old with $2 million. Can I retire? Brad is 71 and he's single. He's done a really good job of saving. He's got $2 million in his IRA. He's got $200,000 in a Roth and about $600,000 sitting in cash. That's a pretty good emergency fund. Brad has gotten really used to living very well during his lifetime. Brad really wants to make sure that he's able to continue this lifestyle for as long as he lasts. Brad's also a very conservative person. So when I was visiting with Brad, we found out that he's planned very conservative returns, and he's only going to take out about 4% from his retirement savings. This is his current retirement plan. What that looks like going forward is that Brad should be okay as long as everything stays the same, then his money will last him to age 100. But Brad still had some other concerns. He was concerned about the possibility of needing long-term care. He was concerned about taxes having an effect on his portfolio. He was concerned about different market timing situations that could potentially change his ability to withdraw the money he wanted to for as many years as he needed to. So what we did instead is we sat down with Brad and we just ran through a real quick example. Let's take a look. So we saw that Brad had about $2.8 million saved. When we talked through it, we looked at where different money belongs for Brad. The first thing we looked at was the bucket that is for safety. This is for emergencies that pop up. Just, I don't know, if Brad wanted to buy another boat or if he wanted to buy a new car or something like that, he wanted money that he could put his hands on very, very quickly. And for Brad, at his spending level, this was $200,000. This $200,000 had only one job: to be there when he needed it. So this money stayed at the banks. The second place we had to look at for Brad is income. Like I said previously, even saving this much money, Brad was fearful that if he spent too much too soon, his money may not last as long as he does, even with his very conservative approach in the markets. So what we had to do is help Brad make a shift in his mindset. So when we looked at this, we knew that Brad wanted to be able to come up with about $200,000 a year. And so when we looked at it, we also knew that Brad was going to get about $50,000 a year from Social Security, meaning we only had to come up with a $150,000 shortfall. When we ran numbers for Brad, we found that we could take about $1.6 million and ensure that that $200,000 would be there to take care of him for the rest of his life. Now, this is different for everybody. Not everybody needs that kind of money. Some people want a lot more, some people want a lot less. But the important thing is for Brad, now he didn't have to worry. Now we know that this piece of the money takes care of his lifestyle going forward. What that allowed us to do is take the remaining $1 million and really try to achieve the better growth. You see, another goal for Brad was he wanted to leave a legacy, but he didn't know how to do it previously. His previous plan before coming to us, the only goal was, let's make sure that I have enough to get me through my lifetime. With some strategic planning and strategic allocations, we were able to show Brad how we could make sure he's got money for emergencies, make sure his lifestyle is taken care of, and still have money left over to try to make the big returns, to leave that legacy he wants to live, and do other things if they pop up and he wants to. This is part of developing a well-rounded retirement plan. This is how we can help. If you're like Brad and you just need things ironed out a little bit, we'd be happy to help you as well. Give us a shout. We'll be happy to visit. Until then, keep thinking bigger and keep exploring the possibilities.